maybe 2016 or so, my management had received an email on behalf of Kanye from Stephen Victor.
Okay.
Stephen Victor is the manager to Pusha T. He may currently or in the past have managed The Dream, and has been a good friend of Kanye West. So around that time, he had emailed my management on maybe I'll say a Tuesday, let's just for reference.
Okay.
Wasn't the weekend yet, I know that. It was all within weekdays. On a Tuesday, he emailed my management and said, you know, we want to fly Nessly out, want to meet him and see what he's about. And maybe on that Thursday, we were flown out to New York, all accommodations paid for. Myself and my friend Angel, who is currently one of my managers. Excuse me. We went to the Good Music office, which was located in the Universal Music Group office, from what I remember. I'm trying to take myself there.
Okay.
And I played my project, Still Finessing, which wasn't even out at the time. I had no music besides just, you know, a couple songs out. I probably had like 5,000 Instagram followers, like something really early into my career, and the interest was already there. And I hadn't known Kanye's interest level quite yet. I wasn't very sure. I just knew that I was contacted on by Stephen Victor on his behalf at this moment, and you know, I was just astounded by the whole thing. Played the music, and Kanye wanted an open verse, so Stephen Victor got an open verse for me to send to Kanye. You know, I still haven't heard anything about that. That'd be amazing. But fast forward. Actually, before I fast forward, the next day a draft was written up for a record deal proposal by Bob Celestin. Bob Celestin was an attorney for XXXTentacion. He was an attorney for a designer who was on Good Music. Cleared a lot of records for My Beautiful Dark Twisted Fantasy for Kanye. So, you know, you can look this up, Bob Celestin, law firm. His law firm in New York. He deals with entertainment. I was his client as of that day. I signed a retainer with him, ready to get the process rolling. And the proposal was sent through to Stephen Victor for everyone to review. And when I looked at it, I just felt at that moment maybe I was rushing things. It was my first record deal on the table, period. It was the first ever interest in me. And I was like, wow, the person that I idolize in this industry, the person that I am so inspired by, likes what I make. You know, it was kind of a hard thing to turn away from, but I just felt like, you know, I have 5,000 followers. You got people out here, millions of followers, just making the XXL freshman list. Feels like I'm skipping too many steps. So being only like 21 or something like 21 at the time, I think, you know, I didn't know. It put me at a loss for words. But they wanted to go straight into an album. Didn't feel like I had much time to grow. I just felt like you know, if we're thinking about social media even, 5,000 followers, if that's who I'm promoting my music to, how can I recoup $400,000 of a budget put into an album? I don't know. And it just seemed far-fetched for me at the time. I mean, I understand how music works a lot better now. And I don't know if that would have worked or not. It may have, it may not, but, you know, can't cry over spilled milk. But fast forward to like maybe a couple months ago even, my other manager, Cameron, called me and said, you know, Stephen Victor told me that, you know, that was all Kanye's doing. Kanye discovered you. You know, he liked your music, you know, and he told him to make the call, to send the email, to have you out here. And, you know, that makes me feel good about what I do. It shows me, okay, I'm on the right track. you know, it'd be nice to work with him still in some shape, form, or fashion down the line. But it's an honor, yeah.
So never met Kanye.
Excuse me.
Never met Kanye face to face, in person. But you had a good, what is it, a good music recording contract offer on the table?
Yeah, I still have it. I look at it every now and then just to, I don't know. I posted it one time because, you know, a lot of people will say, you know, don't post stuff like that on the internet. And, you know, my view is, this isn't 2010 anymore. People post dead bodies on the internet. I was just stating my fact, you know, and showing the people that there was nothing to make up, you know. There's been a lot of talk even on, like, there's, like, Kanye West forums out there. And as artists, a lot of us say, like, oh, we don't read the blogs and stuff. I mean, I search my name every now and then. I want to see how I'm doing in the public eye. I want to understand what the perception is. So, like, if I'm putting off the wrong image or, you know, I'm doing something in a way that I wouldn't want to be viewed as unintentionally, I want to do what I can to, you know, show otherwise. So, you know, I stumble across it. Sometimes there is speculation whether it's true or not, you know, so I posted it, you know, just to show people, like, hey, like, it's real, you know. I just blocked out his phone number, Bob Celestin, and private emails of, you know, attorneys over at Good Music and Universal out of respect for them, you know. I don't want them being hounded by artists all day, every day. But yeah, it's an honor. Mm-hmm.
Now, back then, when you received this recording contract, where was Good Music at that time? Was Good Music in existence? Were there artists that were signed to it? Was there a Good Music project out already back then, or no?
Yeah, they had just put out Panda, and Panda was going crazy. It was, I think it was the week before it hit #1, or the week of it hitting number one, because my lawyer at the time, Bob Celestin, was ecstatic. Like, he would not stop talking about it, and I can't blame him. I mean, #1 is something to go crazy over. Actually, I remember at the time that they were trying to sign me, they were spilling the beans to me about a lot of stuff. They played me actually the original version of All Day. That was never came out. I heard how Kanye records. I heard some unmixed Kanye. And I was also told that 070 Shake was signed months, like maybe like 6 or 7 months before the public had known. And I had already known who 070 Shake was. So I was like, wow, they're going to put out somebody that I'm familiar with. I can't wait to see how they do with them, you know? Yeah, I mean, they were still working on that revamp. I'm still waiting to see who else comes out from Good Music now, but so far it's been Designer and 070 Shake.
Now, okay, you walk away from this deal. How do you actually walk away from it? They have you in New York, right? You retain this attorney. What are you, in a hotel room just mulling over this decision for 24 hours?
Pretty much. What made it, like, final for me was the fact that when I sent back the revisions of what I found to be more ideal, we couldn't come to an agreement. I actually asked for less money towards, I don't want to give you false information here, but from what I can recall, I asked to have less money in pocket and more money towards the project, just so I can make the best thing possible. And at that point, I didn't receive, you know, any word back as far as if that was something that they would be mutually interested in. Mm-hmm.
And that's where things just kind of left off.
Yeah. Mm-hmm.
No hard feelings on your end?
No hard feelings. I love Kanye. His music is great. Great.